Well, the UN says more than 13 million people have fled Ukraine, the majority of them going to Poland. Officials estimate Poland has now welcomed more than 1.8 million refugees, increasing its population by 4.8% in just a few weeks' time. Now the need for humanitarian aid and assistance is growing rapidly. One person who hopes to help in that effort by traveling to Poland is University of Oregon sociology professor Randy Blazak, who joins us live from Paris this morning. Randy, good morning. Or is it good afternoon where you are right now?
Well, I don't leave until tomorrow, so
Oh,
I'm
okay.
still in Northeast
So you are
Portland, but I'll
here.
be in
Okay.
Paris tomorrow.
Good morning then. Well, so what made you decide to take this trip? Why head to Poland?
Yeah, well, this started off as a spring break trip to Paris with my wife, but the world changed. She didn't want to go, and I wanted to go kind of make a difference because you can only watch so much of this on TV. So many of those kids look like my 7-year-old daughter, and I had the opportunity to go. I already had a ticket to Europe, so I just bought a ticket to Krakow, one-way ticket, and extended my trip. And my friends rallied. I raised about $2,000 to spend on medical supplies to bring. My daughter's second grade class at Sabin Elementary made cards for Ukrainian refugee children. And I've got my armor-plated vest. I'm pretty much ready to go. So I just really wanted to go and kind of join in the effort for the millions of people that are coming across the border into Poland.
Yeah, I mean, you have found yourself at many times throughout your life, both for personal and professional reasons, around sources of conflict. What do you hope to not only help in going there yourself, but also what are you looking for? What insight can be gained, hopefully, from this
Yeah.
experience for you?
Yeah, thank you for that question. That there's many answers to that. My work is primarily around the issues of right-wing extremism, and there have been sort of a flood of extremists into this issue, heading to fight for both sides. And so I'm going to be doing a little bit of research there, but it's really dealing with the trauma, the incredible trauma that these people had normal lives like ours, were doing all the things that we're doing now, and then had rockets slamming into their homes and had to flee, who are just so emotionally distraught. If I can help lessen a little bit of that trauma, especially with the children who are coming across the border, I just want to be a part of that process because I have a feeling we're going to be, you know, in this situation for a long time, and so I just want to kind of, be there to kind of help with that personal, just hell that people are going through.
Yeah, on that note of being in the situation for a long time, I was reading your blog earlier this morning, and you mentioned discussing with your students that we could be standing here on the precipice of a third world war. What are your thoughts about just where we go from here? How this situation, does it de-escalate?
Yeah, that is a key question because we've been here before in 1939. We are seeing the rise of authoritarianism around the world, both here in the United States and uh, as as we're seeing from Vladimir Putin. And we are really at a turning point in human history. I mean, there's sort of going to be before and after the invasion of Ukraine when we look at 21st century history. And so I think it's incumbent upon all of us to confront authoritarianism in any way that we can, whether it's, on our computers or in our communities or, those that are really sort of taking the fight to the front, that this is a really a shifting point. We're at a fork in the road of the human race. And so I think there is real danger. And I've been around the block a few times. I think it's time for me to kind of put my money where my mouth is and offer some aid.
Okay, well, real quickly, Randy, we're almost out of time, but how can people help along your trip? I know you're bringing lots of assistance from many other people with you.
Yeah, they can just go to my website, randyblazak.com, if they want to connect with me about how to actually contribute to this effort. I'll be kind of taking as many resources as I can, including cash, to get drivers across the border into Ukraine so they can fill up their tanks to bring these supplies to the Ukrainian troops and bringing refugees back over. Any support will be welcome. Just go to randyblazak.com.
Okay, University of Oregon sociology professor Randy Blazak. I'm sure I echo what many of your friends, family, and colleagues have already said. Be safe, be careful in your travels. We really appreciate you updating us along the way. Good luck.
Thank you, Emily.
All right. We'll, of course, be following his trip and, of course, continuing to follow the war in Ukraine. You can stay up to date with the latest coverage here on KOIN 6 News this morning and AM Extra and anytime on KOIN.com.